Okay, today I'm going to be installing a powered subwoofer to this BMW X3 F25 body. So the first thing we'll have to do is get access to the head unit, which is behind here, so we can access the speaker cable. So what I'm going to do is get one of these plastic pry tool and come in here. So that's down, and then there's an LED light here. That's out. Next, we'll remove this vent. So just gently pry it out from here. That comes out, and there's 3 cables for us to disconnect. One here, and a couple in here. Okay, so that's out. Next, we'll remove this panel. There are 4 screws, 1, 2, 3, 4. So we'll remove that. This is a T20. So we'll remove these 4 screws. So this comes out. Okay, so to remove these harness, you just press down here and pull this tab across and it'll lift it out. Similarly here, press down and pull it across, that comes on. So that's out. Next, there are 4 screws to remove the head unit. 1, 2, 3, 4, and they're also T20s. Okay, so this will come right out. So to tap into the wire, they're back here. They're actually right in here. So I'll take out this head unit by disconnecting all of these connectors first. Okay, there's 2 little tabs in here. You can, a bit hard to take on the camera, but right here, one here and one on the other side. You squeeze it and you lift up this little handle, and that'll pull the harness out. Okay, so now that's out. Okay, so I'm going to be tapping off the front speaker wires, which are these. So black with brown is negative and black with red is positive for the right side. Black with yellow is negative for the left. Black with blue is the positive for the right side. So this car has the bass stereo or bass hi-fi. It actually comes with subwoofer right there under the 2 front seats. So that speaker wire from the head unit actually runs to this subwoofer, and then there's a crossover in there that feeds the 2 front door speakers. So with the way I'm going to be doing it, so hopefully I should get a lot better bass than this standard subwoofer. Okay, I'm planning to run the cable from here down under there. So I have to remove this plastic piece here. So there are 3 T20 screws that holds it in place. Okay, I've got that opened up now, so that'll help me run the cable. Okay, I've got this little zip tie that I've joined a few to make a line to run the cable through to get to the head unit. Okay, now I'll just use one of the cable that I've pulled through as a guide to pull through the remote for the sub that's going to be run through the back. So I'll be removing this piece and this piece. This one, it'll just be a matter of using a pry tool and lifting it up. So that's one out, and then this one, there's probably a tab back here. That's out. Now let's run the cable under the carpet. Okay, so it was too hard to run it under the carpet, so I just ran it around behind the carpet here, down through here, and then I'm just going to squeeze it underneath this B pillar cover to get to the back. Okay, to run the cables to the back of the car, I needed to remove this piece. We just use a plastic pry tool, just pry it out. But to get to behind the car, I have to remove this back piece. And to remove this back piece, first thing you have to do is remove this. There are just tabs under here, so you pretty much just pull it up. So that comes out, and I learned the hard way. I think with this piece, the back here, you're supposed to push it downwards and then pull it out, and I didn't do that, so I just kind of pulled it out, and I must have broken this. There's a little tab here that I broke. So anyway, you actually have to lift this out. So there are two little hooks at the bottom that holds it in place. So when you put it back, make sure this hook and this hook goes into there and there. Okay, so I've got the cable now running under here, and I've got it there to the back of the car. So now I'll just put everything back together now. Okay, so I've got the cable through here now. I'm going to put the sub right here. I've opened this up, so there's just two flathead screw. They just turn 90 degrees. It opens up to the battery. I've run the blue power control. I'm going to connect it to the accessories or the cigarette lighter that's right here. So I guess there's a relay in the power amp that will trigger and connect it to the battery, which is this yellow cable here. So I'll connect this yellow cable to the battery. So I've run it under here, and I've opened up this little plastic thing here. There were just two plastic rivets, one here and one here, and a screw, and that removed this piece. So I could run this blue power control cable behind there to get to the cigarette lighter. Okay, I've got everything wired up now. So this input cable to the amp is just tapped from the speaker cable. I'll put everything back and let's test it out. Okay, everything's back in place now. It's all working really well. Really happy with the sound. The only thing I've noticed is this will stay on because I've got the power control connected to the cigarette light in the back. So after I lock the car, about 5 minutes after, that will switch off. So I'm happy with that. So it's not going to drain the battery. Alright, thanks for watching.